I finally got into a place in my life where I have worked through some of that anxiety, and I have worked through some of those perfectionistic tendencies that I tend to have, and I'm just out here doing it. Hi there, and welcome to my channel. My name is Brittany Days, and I am a mental health professional practicing in the state of Florida. However, this channel is not a substitute for mental health therapy. If you are considering seeking therapy, there are valuable resources, and I will include links below on how to help you get connected with a therapist in your state or country. All right, so back to information about the channel. I'm so excited to be here today and finally get started on having a YouTube channel. I've had this channel since 2008, and I've always dreamed of having a YouTube channel, but I never knew what I wanted to share. So here I am, and I have gone through life a little bit. I'm in my late 20s, and I'm ready to just get started and do it. I've always struggled with anxiety, and with that comes this thing called perfectionism. And I feel like I've been struggling with that for years. And I always thought to myself, it was never a good time to start a channel because I didn't have the perfect camera, or I didn't have the perfect microphone or equipment or the perfect background. And I finally got into a place in my life where I have worked through some of that anxiety, and I have worked through some of those perfectionistic tendencies that I tend to have. And I'm just out here doing it. And I'm so excited to just be here and do this. Let me give you a little bit of background about myself. So I currently live in Florida, and I've lived here for my entire life. And I always knew that I kind of wanted to be a therapist. I think I knew that I wanted to become a therapist when I was in like 5th grade. I vividly remember having a moment when I was sitting at my giant desktop computer, thinking to myself, I'm gonna start a blog. The blog's gonna be called Ask Brit. Everyone's gonna ask Brit questions. And I was like, oh, who's gonna ask a 5th grader some questions and get advice? But I've always just had this call to be in this field, to be in the helping, guiding, serving field. And, I did kind of derail from that a little bit because, as you get older, you hear different things, you start to listen to what other people are telling you, and you think like, hey, maybe I should be doing something different, or hey, maybe I should be going with the logical route and just taking that a corporate job that's gonna, pay the bills and hopefully create success in your life. But I tried it, and it really wasn't for me. I wasn't fulfilled doing that work. And that's not to say that the work wasn't helpful, impactful, or needed, but I just know that it wasn't for me. During those times when I was working in other fields, like in corporate America, or even just working in retail, while I was in school and stuff like that, I really just felt like something was missing. And I've always had this desire to create. And even though I'm not super creative, I do like to create and work on things, and just put things out there into the world that other people may find helpful. And after I decided to move out of the corporate environment and pursue school, this was right around the time of I don't know. I would say it was right about sometime in 2019. I was feeling very stuck in my life. I, was in a relationship that I no longer wanted to be in. I was at a job that I no longer wanted to be in. I felt like I had no support, and I felt like I didn't really have a solid group of friends that I could connect to. And then my family felt so far away. It was just a lot of things that really just weren't, in alignment with what I wanted my life to be. And, I took a moment and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to start applying to schools and applying to jobs that are in the mental health or medical field, anything to just kind of like get me into the door. At this point, I had already had my bachelor's in psychology, but we all know that, trying to find a job with a bachelor's in psychology, like, yeah, I think everyone and their mom is trying to do it, but there's not really a lot out there that's going to be paying anything of a livable wage. So I decided to pursue the corporate life. And, fast forward back to 2019, I applied to a school that was local and accredited for clinical mental health counseling, and I got in. And to my surprise, I got in right when everything was happening during 2020. So honestly, I was like, perfect timing. It was perfect timing because, well, now I had all this time and now I could dive head in and focus solely in on my work at becoming a clinician. So I was a therapist in training. I completed my master's program in 2022, and during my time in my program, I did a year of practicum, and what that means is I basically worked at an internship site where I was seeing clients and I was under supervision with my site supervisor, and then I also had group supervision with my school to help me get through, a lot of those like therapists in training concerns that would come up. So anyways, that's like besides the point. Now that I have graduated and I am practicing under supervision, I feel like it's time to start the channel because, I have done the things, like I've went to school, I'm knowledgeable in the field, and I finally have something to talk about that I actually care about and that I'm actually passionate about. And serving people and helping people embrace a life that is, fulfilling and meaningful is what's most important to me. So I'm very excited to be here, and I'm very excited to help you guys find the brighter days in life through mental health and wellness. And I hope that you will subscribe and follow along with my journey. In my next video, I'll be talking all about anxiety and how it's one of the most common mental health concerns in the US. So 1 in 5 people struggle with anxiety, and that is a lot. So most likely someone around you or someone that you came in contact with today may have been struggling with anxiety at one point in their life, if not now. And I'm so excited to shoot that video and get it up for you guys. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.